Hello everyone, Silverconundrum here, and I come to you today with another unboxing from Trade Zone 212. But before I even get started, I want to say thank you to everybody who has sent me nothing but positive thoughts and prayers in my wife's and mine time of mourning. Basically, we had a death, for those of you who did not know, and it kind of came out of nowhere. It was unexpected, and we had to deal with it. So, when I got home, this is what was waiting for me last week. So forgive me for not getting it out there sooner. I'm still dealing with a lot of issues. Work has definitely been demanding. And as some of you know, I love to garden. The only thing I like as much as stacking silver is gardening. My wife and I have been preparing the garden for Good Friday. And that's what we're going to be starting to stack our food instead of silver for time being. But that takes up a very large portion of your time, and any of you that actually know anything about gardening, you will understand it is a time-consuming beast, but totally worth it. Kind of like our silver, always worth it. So, without further ado, let's get into this box, and I will show you guys a portion of what we have. And as you know, this is probably just going to be a teaser video, and maybe not. Who knows? Probably just a teaser video, to be honest with you. But I'm going to show you guys the coins that we do have, and then we'll unbox them at a later date. So bear with me 1 second and I'll be right back. This right here is just a quick video to show you guys just a little spot check on how the inside of his boxing that he does looks. As you can see, a lot of material, everything's individually wrapped. But with that being said, let's see what we got here, shall we? Like I said, we're not going to open these up, but I'm just going to show them off to you guys. So this is my Lubu. This right here is my Hoplite. Yeah, if you don't know what these coins are, you definitely should look into them. Especially the Lubu. But this right here coin is the first in series. Very, very sought after right now. Hoplite is another coin that's part of a series. And you know what they say about series. Always get the first ones. Okay, guys. The next one is going to be the Owl Mandala. I've showed you guys the Elephant Mandala before. And this is the owl. So this is another piece of that set. And last but not least, one that has been boxed up very well for very special keeping. If you guys give me 1 second, I'll be right back. And guys, this right here is another one. This right here is a very expensive out the gate price. But I believe that this is going to be another valuable coin. This right here is the Vostok. If you don't know who Vostok is, well, I'm going to give you just a little teaser on him. He was the first Russian astronaut. So, let's just think about what we got right here. So we got the Vostok, the Owl Mandala, a Hoplite, and my favorite one out of the whole set is the Lubu. And guys, these right here are going to be the very first ones that I'm going to open up for you later on. But Lubu will be the very first. So, with that being said, I'm going to set all these off to the side. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to talk for a minute about things that you definitely should think about in your life. So, many of us go around in our daily lives and we don't really think about what happens next. And what I mean by that is, what happens if we pass on? Do we leave our wealth to our family? Well, not necessarily. Here's something you guys need to know. If you don't have a will, you are definitely treading on thin water, or thin ice, as I should say. There's a lot of things that the federal government of your state and the government itself will do if you do not have a will. For example, depending on what states you live in, your surviving benefactors will split what you have. Not your wife, not just her, but your children too. So if, let's say, for example, you have $100,000 in a checking account. Now, I'm just using this for an example. Did you know that your wife will only get 50,000 of that? And depending on how many kids you have, they will split the rest of it. Yeah. We didn't know that either. We found out. So, luckily my wife is the only surviving member of her family, so we don't have a whole lot to go through, but we do have some other hurdles we got to go through. But I just want you guys to think about something. Have you ever talked to your spouse or your significant other about getting a wheel and then just never following through with it? Well, I want you to know right now, you need to quit thinking about it and do it. They're not expensive. Everybody thinks they're like $300 to $400 to have them done. They're not. Like, they are really cheap. Along the lines of like 100 to 150, depending on how complex you need your wheel to be. And it's very easy. All you do is pull out your phone, type in family lawyer, it'll pull it up, and then you just call them and say, hey, let's set up an appointment. I want to make a family will. That's it, guys. In about 2 hours, you'll have it done. I'm just going to let you guys know right now. A will save you lots of money. Believe me, I know. This is one of those things where I'm speaking from experience at this moment. I never thought about this until recently, and now I'm passing this tidbit of information on to you guys. I don't want to see any of you or hear about any of you having any issues later in life. Get you a will. It is beneficial to you and your family, especially your spouse. That's another thing too you guys might not realize. Let's say, for example, depending on the state you live in, let's say you have a paid off house. Okay? You pass away. Did you know your wife doesn't just automatically get the estate? She actually gets a portion of it. Like I said earlier, just about the money. The estate itself is portioned out too. So, let's say, for example, there's a stepfather for you. There's a stepfather and a sibling. Did you guys know if there's no will, the stepfather will get half and you and your sibling will get 25% of the total estate, depending on your state. Now, to prevent this from ever happening, make sure you get a will. I've said this a couple times already, and I'm reiterating it because it is just that important. Guys, just take the advice, spend the extra $150, $200 to get you a will made. They're not that expensive, like I said. And I said 200 on the high side just now because that's what it cost my wife and I recently to look into getting a will the way we want it set up. And ours is pretty complex. It's kind of hard to divvy out silver to 2 children and the whole family estate itself outside of what we have. So, like I said, just food for thought. I kind of hope this video reaches you guys a little bit. And I will be doing a total unboxing of each one of these coins later on down the road. I just don't want to do it at this moment. I want you guys to think about what do you need to prepare for your future in the, I hate to say it, in the event of a demise of you or your spouse. This way you guys have your bases covered. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. And if you would, please take the time to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. And if you need help with anything, guys, and I'm able to do it, please feel free to shoot me an email. The email is in the description of the video. All you got to do is send an email, guys. I answer all emails. So, anyway, I'm going to let you get going. Don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. Everybody have a great day. Catch y'all later. Love you, mean it.